A closely related point is that Rand is an advocate cognitively of a tabula rasa thesis. And this is a concept that gets used broadly, right, in the literature to mean different kinds of theories of human cognitive capacity. What Rand means by it is not the idea that somehow our minds are born as completely malleable, right, lumps of clay, right, upon which reality, right, stamps itself. Right, we are born with conscious apparatus that have a particular identity, that are responsive to certain kinds of features of reality, that have to be used in certain ways if they're going to be used properly. Right, so we do have a whole set of cognitive capacities, right, that we are born with. But what this means for Rand is that the content of our minds is initially empty, right? So we don't actually have any knowledge, right, or we're not born with any particular memories. We're born with a capacity, right, to retain, right, awareness of reality, but the actual content, right, of our memories is going to be dependent upon the experiences that we have. We have an emotional capacity. We can experience contentment, joy, sadness, anger, resentment, right, and so forth, but what particular things are going to cause us to be angry, or the kinds of particular beings with whom we have affectionate relations, that is going to depend on the experience that we have. So we have a cognitive capacity, for example, or a rational capacity to formulate opinions on, say, complicated moral issues like affirmative action or capital punishment. So our minds can form abstract opinions, but we're not actually born with any abstract opinions. Whether we come to believe that capital punishment is a good thing, right, or a bad thing, that is going to depend on the experiences that we have, how we process those experiences, and the beliefs that we actually decide to form. Our eyes are responsive to certain parts of the electromagnetic spectrum, so we have the capacity to respond to red, but we're not born with any red experiences, so to speak, and what particular red things are going to cause the appropriate parts of our sensory capacities to respond. That is going to depend on the actual objects that we happen to run into in reality. Quote, "At birth, a child's mind is tabula rasa. He has the potential of awareness, the mechanism of a human consciousness, but no content. Speaking metaphorically, he has a camera with an extremely sensitive, unexposed film, his conscious mind, and an extremely complex computer waiting to be programmed, his subconscious. Both are blank. He knows nothing of the external world. He faces an immense chaos which he must learn to perceive by means of the complex mechanism which he must learn to operate." Unquote. So, Rand is an advocate of the primacy of existence. She is an empiricist, broadly speaking, and an advocate of tabula rasa. So, what we then need to do, certainly each of us as individuals as we're growing up, is make this commitment to using our cognitive apparatus objectively, tying it to our sensory data explicitly, using the various formal methods that we can learn, and take responsibility for all of the content, right, that we end up coming to believe, right, in our minds. We're not predestined to believe anything or to have any particular kinds of emotions or a given kind of memory set. That really is up to us what we choose to stock our initially empty minds with.